Good morning. It is the 17th week of 2024, and this is Petro and Gleason with a progress update on last week, what we did. So our task for this week was to expand the translation engine to accommodate more territories or regions, locations for different, what we call lex, that is dialects and languages. For translation. All right, and let's dive right in, okay? Let's see, keep this on top. Let me get myself out of my own way. This is the code that I was working on, and this is the test runner. So every time we make a change to the code, it runs 10,000 unit tests to make sure everything, 10,000 quality control tests to make sure everything is being translated exactly the way we want, exactly the way the experts say they should be translated. So it's not like we can make a change and then break something and then nobody will ever find out until later. No, we'll catch it immediately, and breaking changes will never even get saved. Pretty hardcore test-driven development, that's what it's called. Anyway, so here we go. For each target region that's supported, out of all the target regions, we're going to run the tests again. So we're going to, basically what that means is we're going to run the tests for Slovakia and for Poland. If you're new here, what we're doing is we're trying to revitalize Lemko by allowing new speakers to translate in and out of it. Lemko is an endangered lect that's indigenous to Poland and Slovakia. Anyway, so right. What the test does is it goes through the truths that we have coded. In computer science, we can talk about sources of truth. And for us, our sources of truth are peer-reviewed texts that are published and acknowledged to hold weight in the community, in the academic community. I'd like to clarify that. Right. Anyway, so here we go. Have the truth for Lemko, the truth about the Lemko verb was. So what I did was I went through and I got some texts from the internet that were written by Lemkos from Slovakia, and analyzed it for the most common words, the most frequently occurring words. And then I looked for something that was different in the spelling or the usage than in Poland. And the first one I found in the top 10 after that statistical analysis was for the word for was, which in Lemko is był. And what was interesting is that it's spelled with an L, like a dark L in Poland. So in Poland, they'll spell it with the L with a little crossbar on it. Whereas in Slovakia, it's going to be spelled with the Cyrillic letter V, which is like basically the equivalent, our equivalent of a V or a W, something like that. So here it is. In Lemko, we've got the dark L here, this L with the crossbar. Dark L is like the L like in table, for example, right? And the reference for that is going to be Fontainski and Homiak, which was published in 2000 in Katowice on page 109. And let me show you guys that right here. You can see very clearly it's spelled with the Cyrillic L, this word for był, right? With an L, okay? And that region is Poland. And now for Slovakia, we've got this, you're going to spell it with a W, right? If you're using like the regional kind of German-inspired alphabet. Or in scientific notation, you would have it with V. We call it V in English, and they call it V in Germany and Poland. Anyway, so that's going to be Pug. He published that in 2009. It was published in 2009, and on page 135, let me show you guys that right here. Get the verb to be, with the Cyrillic V right there. Look at that. Okay, and the region for that is Slovakia. Meanwhile, in Poland, it's going to be był with the dark crossbar L, and that's going to be published for Poland. I'm not aware of any other locales for Poland, although I'm sure they would exist. Right, so what's going to be for next week is, now that the code's been already expanded to accommodate words from Slovakia, I've already done some statistical analysis on some text. I just want to load this thing up with words from Slovakia, spellings from Slovakia, to try to get it to a minimum viable product so that I can ship it to you guys immediately. If you notice on the translator right now, there's no option to pick Slovakia. I'd like to get that out as soon as possible. I'm not going to wait till it's perfect, but good enough. good enough, maybe being like 50% of coverage. So we'll get there. All right. Now that all the business has been taken care of, has it? Yes, it has. My last day in Wrocław, I made it inside this church. It's really cool. It's like very, very dark inside. Like they have all these little chapels with like all these just very, very dark motifs and events, which is interesting. I saw on YouTube that if you're always like, happy, in a good mood, like pumped up, right, you just kind of burn out. So it's good once in a while to reset and to clear out your system, right, of all that happiness. So it's nice to have that contrast a little bit. So if you want the contrast, visit St. Elizabeth's on the inside. Very, very, very dark. But beautiful. It's interesting. What else is new? Tomorrow is Montenegro, so that'll be good. Got some good runs in this week. You can run along the river here. It's really cool. And then you can run around a circle around the old town, and it's kind of surrounded by a river. That was a lot of fun. Less working out. I sprained my wrist a little bit, so that was good to give my muscles a rest. There's this book, Body by Science, where he's an ER doc, and he only lifts weights like once a month or twice a month, something like that, because he has this theory that your muscles need huge amounts of time to rebuild. So that's interesting. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and peace out. See ya.